Okay. Oh, yeah. So, Bodhisattva, Joe Garland of Bodhisattva. What was that? Joe Garland? Bodhisattva Joe Garland. Okay. So, we're going to begin from chapter 11, which is says how to nurture sublime being and their deeds. So, so before we go there, just briefly remind you what the above chapter talks, right? That's chapter 10. Chapter 10 talking about it talks whoever you see is that they are the discipline and knowledgeable, you should respect it, and also always try to find or rely on what call the virtuous friend, and then view every sentient being as your relatives. So the final is it talks about how to generate compassion and loving kindness toward others. Regarding that, you need rely on virtuous person and always respect to the knowledge and knowledgeable persons, right? That's the last topic. So now here today is how to nurture sublime beings. Sublime being here regarding it's not only who knows it's not only who have a knowledge. It's also included their own practice. So the who do both the study and practice. So and then not only do study and practice, who also attend some kind of accomplishment. That's regarding here the sublime beings, and their deeds means their action, right? So around that root text said, renounce negative friendships and rely on a spiritual friend. Rely on spiritual friends, I think it's talking that engage the holy teachers or like sublime beings as a teachers. They engage the Guru devotions practice. That's saying it here, right? Guru devotion practice means teachers. So, and then discard hostile and unhappy mental states and venture, right? The fourth to where happiness lies. So again, this line and then the previous lines, what the connecting between this here, right? So at the very beginning said, okay, the found the solitude place, and also your mind should more be solitude with all these negativities. And then next talks, rely on virtuous friends and respect to every people's and generate compassion and loving kindness. So, and then now here, generate compassion. It's how to better way to generate compassion and loving kindness, or how I can cultivate the loving kindness and generate like compassion. So then it says, renounce negative friends in order to cultivating loving kindness and compassion toward others. And then saying here, renounce negative friendship. So negative friendship is not only regarding some kind of person or beings. The negative friendship could be your own negative emotions. So, which is we think is our friends, right? So, the negative friendship is here regarding with the both enemies, which inner and external. That's we should renounce, and then engage Guru devotions, who's not just relying. Of course, we relying is more than relying. It's just engage the Guru devotion, some kind of sublime beings, right? And then within these two will lead you that accomplish or achieved that compassion and loving kindness. So once you have that, then you will discuss the hostile elements, not have some kind of hesitate, anger, and so on, and then unhealthy mental state will be discarded. And then continuous will be, here's the virtues fall through where happiness. That happiness regarding, I think, they're talking about the permanent happiness, right? Associated with the Buddhist, that talking about the permanent happiness, which is nirvana or enlightenment. So, so then within this few practice, the first we need to talk to renounce negative friends and so on. So in a comment, we look at the commentary. Adhisha and Dromtemba mentioned briefly in the beginning, and then after that go more details, right? So I gather one line from a few lines from that, which talks about brief. It says, as no excellent virtues come to be in state where negative friends reside, where can I find state where good friends reside? That lack that components of attachment and aversions. So that attachment, until you have that attachment and aversions and or the other, all these mental reflections, then it's almost impossible can cultivate compassion and loving kindness. So therefore, giving reason, therefore you should stay away from the negative people, and both negative, negative people, right? So negative people means like who always disturb you or misleading you to like having that permanent happiness. So therefore it says, okay, I'm go back here. So in order to cultivate compassion and love and kindness, we must need to stay away from or reduce that negative emotion, which is attachment and aversion and so on. So, but in order to reducing your own negative emotion, you must stay away from the person who's negative, who always misleading you and then give you the bad example, right? So, but it shouldn't be contradictory what the above saying. The previous lines are saying we should view every sentient beings as our relatives. Then love to them, be compassionate with them, right? Be kind to them. So, and now here saying, in order to reduce your own negative emotion, you must stay away from that person's negative persons. So looks like a contradictory, because stay away from negative persons and being compassionate and kind to them is, you see, is different, right? But it's not contradictory, because mentally you should continuously view them as your relatives, continuously hold them object of your compassion, or means continuously mentally you always kind to them and also be compassionate to them. But you just being kind to them is not help you to achieve actual compassion. So achieve actual compassion, it's that we must to challenge to reduce our negative emotion. So therefore stay out from there because it will be disturbed to you. So that means stay away from them to better have compassion to them. So that is the, I can say briefly. You understand? Yeah, you should just stay away from them to have better love or to have better compassion to them. So not the forever, it's temporarily, right? The temporarily stay away from them. Then once you have perfect achieved compassion, you can come back in a person and you can help, right? So this is the making yourself as better and like a better strength, better yeah, making better motivation to help others. Therefore, we stay away, right? So, so and therefore, so and also not enough to stay away from negativities, negative persons in order to reducing your own negative emotion, or you must also need a guidance to how to eliminating or how to reduce. So therefore, we must engage the Guru devotion practice. That's the saying. It's I'm reading next continues. Alas, it is better to thoroughly renounce negative friends and seek a spiritual friend. I'm like the cloud in a sky. The I am means here regarding the Adisha, because Adisha is saying this. So it's a negative friends and seek a spiritual friends. Spiritual friends here means guru, right? Teacher. So it literally translates, Shengyen is Tibetan, literally translating as a spiritual friends, but its meaning is guru, is teacher. So therefore, Shengyen is I'm going to use the guru instead of spiritual friends here. That's Atisha. So you seek the sublime guru, or you seek the like a holy guru to make yourself better, right? So, and then few lines here Adisha mentioning is it's opportunity. Actually, Adisha talking directly to the Dom Temba. It's opportunity for you. I'm here. And then he giving example here. I'm like the cloud in the sky, seemingly rare yet so hard to catch. I'm like a tent of light rays, seemingly wonderful yet so hard to catch. I'm like the rays of the sun. Okay, so first two lines is saying, I'm here, but if you are not exactly follows, then you cannot catch my instructions. So, and I'm here is not forever, will be disappear one time. So therefore, it's like as what are clouds comes and goes. So therefore, this is opportunity for you. You should follow exactly or try your best as much as you can, right? So the two reasons he giving is if you not follow, then you will not achieve whatever you want to accomplish. And then if you not follow, if you take it easy, then that sublime guru is not always be with you. So this is an example. And then continue saying, I'm like the rays of the sun, clear, unveiled by the cloud of defect. I'm like the medicines tree, when sought health prevails, what's called, right? Both now and long terms. So it's talking Atisha himself. It looks like I'm the best. But yes, sometime the Buddha said, right, when he born in the earth first time, he said, I'm the best in the world. So looks like it's a pride, right? So because saying I'm the best. So sometime reducing pride for others, we should act that way, right? So let's say someone has like a very proud on their knowledge, and we have to overcome to them to reducing their own pride. So then you show up too much. So you should show they're better than them. And they seize, right? Okay, someone they're really better than me. And therefore they reduce their own pride. So if I go back to the Buddhist terms, it's as some kind of story there. The Buddha couldn't teach directly to the form rams and then what called devas. It means like translating as gods, right? So the gods, it will confuse you. Therefore, I'm using devas. So their body is very attractive, and they have a light rays in their body because their good karmas brings to them, and they have a very pride on it. So this proud not led them to listening Dharma. So then what Buddha did is Buddha emanate more stronger and better light rays on Buddha's body. When they see it, and then they see better than them, right? Better than them, then therefore they reduce their pride, and then Buddha get a chance to teach to them. So Buddha make them perfect continuer to teaching, perfect disciple to which can listening, right? So this is how Buddha did it. So therefore, sometimes Buddha say, I'm the best. This is the reason. So here Adisha is saying also, I'm the best, looks like, right? So sometimes we talk about that 4 qualities of the Buddha, or another way to say 4 quality of confidence, which means whatever making statement or whatever like say saying they're from what is this and what is not this. So no one can defeat it, no one can reject it. So that kind of quality, we say 4 different confidence, 4 quality of confidence that we talk it. So that's you need some kind of confidence to saying that I'm best, because there are many challengeable there, right? So once you say in front of people, they might come back to you to challenge. So you have to perfect answer. You have to perfectly answer for everything, right? Once you do have the perfect answer for everything, they will accept you are best. Until then, you cannot say that I'm best, right? So what we believe, Buddha does have that, right? So whatever he says, okay, this is the best, nirvana is best, the Buddha said. And then is there anyone can come like reject it, say nirvana is not best? Or they come to talk to Buddha, nirvana is best, not best. Then Buddha does have an answer for everything. So to prove that nirvana is best, right? So this is, take example, there's need a confidence saying that I'm the best. If you do not have confidence, then your best could be the ego, not the reducing another ego. It could increasing your own ego, right? So therefore, those Atisha and Buddhas that regarding their knowledge, regarding their practice, we see whatever they're saying, whatever their best quality, not let them increase their own ego. Of course, Buddha knows, because Buddha is completely eliminate all this pride, right? So there are nothing that which can increases from their own good qualities. So therefore, whatever Buddha says, definitely not increase their own pride, because they do not have a pride. And then some great practitioners, Atisha, at that time, who was maybe not enlightened, but great achievements. they achieve good, the high qualities. So so that not their good qualities not affect them to increase their own. Not affect means not let them increase their own pride. Um, so therefore, based on that, whatever they're saying, I'm best, then reason is reducing others' egos, not that they are increasing their own egos. So you see different this? Okay. Otherwise, it's confused, yes. So, and for disciple, Dromtempa, 100% accepted, whatever Adisha said, right? I'm the medicine, I'm the cloud, whatever Adisha said, 100% accepted. But we, when we read it, we might have a lot of question. We might have a lot of doubt. Maybe not, right? So then I'm saying this is the reason to saying that. Okay? So, and then finally the Dromje. Where is the such place to solitude? Do reflect. I have come here thinking of you. So again, Adisha emphasized it, not miss that opportunity or not waste that opportunity for you. Just found the place which we can practice and study it. So, and then I'm here for you. So then not waste it. That's the saying, right? So, and then after a few lines, Dromtempa, the mentioning that which is the solitude place, Nyatang, and describe so many beautiful things there. And then please, we like to welcome you here and then teach us. That's few line talks, right? Or I'm not repeating here this. So so now we can go begin from the actual topic, which is comes with the more details. So it's begin from Dromtempa's question. So the Dromtempa question is here. And Dromje inquired, who is a negative friend which you saying abandon? And what most one do relinquish such a friend? And who is spiritual friend which you saying engage as Guru devotion practice, right? So what most one do to rely on such a friend? So again, the friend here to take as Guru, teacher, okay? The above friends is actually the friends, the good friends, which you can rely, good environment. There's these friends here talking teacher. And then continues asking question here. What is the object of emotions? And what is the mind of unpleasantness, rightness? How does one travel to the place of happiness? Teacher most learn among Panditas. The Pandita Indian language, which is like a scholar, right? Yeah. And with an altruistic heart, reveal those to me. Whatever briefly talks about Adisha said, do this, do not do this. So that's the all question asking. So these all questions, one by one, refers to the root text. Root, the 4 line in the root text for saying renounce negative friends. That's the Adisha asks, who is negative friends? And second line saying rely or engage the Guru devotions, and who is Guru? How should be Guru, right? And how can rely or engage it? And it said discard hostile means like aversions and unhappy mental state. And that was also Adisha asked. So what is object of aversions? And then what is the meaning of unpleasant? And then the happy place, the nirvana, what is that? So there are few lines Adisha keep talking about what is the negative friends. Who is negative friends, right? And then Adisha gives a lot of details with it. Thus, I'm going to read it. So up to here, anything's fine? Everything it's good?
You said Atisha may not have been enlightened at this point.
At that time, yes.
What do you think we're still?
If we look at the history today,
No, at that time.
at that time,
what
okay.
afflictions still remain?
That time, in history, say Adisha might achieve preparation path or seeing path. That's a story list. When we look at that, saying that, do not mention about enlightened.
Were there specific afflictions that he had not eradicated yet? Sense of self?
Of course, until like enlightened, there are always afflictions there. So afflictions, again, has to be a little bit differentiated between ignorance, right? Sometime we talk like when you achieve the seeing path, most of mental affliction is not manifested. It's a reduce all the manifestation of mental afflictions, but still you have a seed. But definitely you have a ignorance, both manifestations and seed. So, and then you have to continuous eliminate this time by time, which is divide into 10 bhumis, right? So that much long take times. So Atisha is at that time first bhumis. Then still need to go like other 8, 9 bhumis to reducing ignorance. Yeah. So not pride their manifestations because seeing path, right? All the mental affliction is not manifested. So yeah. Any other question?
Oh, actually, in the long run, I mean, is this, so this seems really familiar in like the first couple chapters of the long run when it's talking about how to rely on the teacher.
Yes.
And that was a commentary on Atisha. So is it kind of coming back to the same teaching, basically?
All these teachings, different teachings are actually, the essence are same, right? Essence is same. The lamrim is to put all the essence together. And after the whatever your lamrim, it's good that you see is connected to the lamrim. It's good. So therefore, but why we need to study more then, right? If lamrim is the study, but you need a lot of details, because even not only details, you need a lot of word to help you to get that exact point, right? So otherwise, not achievement. Therefore need a lot of words, need a lot of details, then it's health, right? So because we are working like a baby step. So, and then, you know, a lot of things learn. Yeah.
Big book.
Yeah, that's true. So the baby learn fires, but baby don't know the fire comes from where. Baby don't know how big it is. So therefore we need Lamrim talks to you, okay, this is fire. This is essence, right? And then other teachings are let you the many different way to get fire and how to use fire, how function it and how benefit it, how harms it. All this other teachings are talks to us. Yeah, yeah.
Right, I guess, and are they referencing the lamp to in this? Or is it just...
Definitely, it's all connected.
Okay.
All connected, yeah. It's all connected. So yeah. Okay. So now here they're giving more details about who is the negative parents, right? And now say here the teacher responded, which means Atisha responded to the answer for the Dromdambas. He who separate you from liberation lifeline, that butcher is your negative friend. If you take literally, again, you might have a lot of question on it. So that butcher is poetic, right? So giving butcher who's killing. What killing here is the path of the liberation. means not let you have path of the liberation, or once you have some seed virtue, even destroying it. That the killing refers to here, the path of the liberation is not that actual beings killing, right? So, and there, once you kill the path of the liberation, it could be external enemy or internal enemy, both. So the butcher is refers here enemy, right? Who are disturb you. So that could be external and internal both. So that butcher, I think the external who are like negative persons, what I can say is who not believe on it. That's not really says the negative persons, right? Who do not believe on nirvana. Do you think it's negative person?
They can convince, if they're really convincing to you, and if your mind is not sure about it yet, I'm sure that's really dangerous, especially in the beginning.
So yeah, we consider this is not the negative persons.
No.
Because there are many honest people there who do not believe it, right? So, but negative person refers here not only who do not believe it, rejecting without any good reasons. That could be negative person, right? So, and then in general, that could be negative person. But for us individually, negative person means who giving us like a wrong advice. So you shouldn't practice for that. That's just fake, right? That could be the negative persons. And then on the other hands, who brings you more doubt, who are let you increase more your own mental afflictions are also negative persons. And it could be negative environment, right? So the movie and there are a lot of things there, TV show, those things could be the negative too, because those do same things, which is change your mind or reduce your enthusiastic for liberation or brings you more laziness. Those are actually refers with the butcher here, who is not let you do it, or instead of help you, it's just disturbing you, or it just change your mind, right? So that's the external enemies, yeah.
Is that also talking about, I mean, you're specifically mentioning like TV, like I've noticed there's certain like shows that I don't watch anymore because the things that I'm trying to eliminate, that I've had so much trouble not giving rise to anger or something like.
Yeah, any TV show
makes it come up.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm not saying every single TV shows, right? Any TV show that leading you increase your mental afflictions, for example, attachment or anger or jealousy or so on, that could be the negative, right? That is negative because you are ready to increase. That's also a reason, right? So therefore, if you are not enough power or you don't have enough strength to reduce your own negative emotion, then you must stay away from those who is lead you increases, right? So after you reduce it, TV shows they're same, but it's not affected. It's really depend on our own mental afflictions. So this is the actual butcher here, which is our inner mental afflictions are the keep disturbing to to have a liberation or having interesting on it. So yeah, therefore, even like a small reason, increase attachment, anger easily, right? So therefore, and those TV shows, those environment, those friends are negative because you do have that easily, you do have the strong mental afflictions. So therefore, it's mutual, what called interdependence, right? So you have those because they become a negative emotion, a negative friends. They are negative friends because it's increased your attachment and so on. Yeah.
But how does that relate to what like Shanti Devas talks about, people who are negative are going to be your spiritual guides because they'll help you to practice patience.
That's we're using method for being patient, right? So if you could do that, then you can stay with the negative person is better because more challengeable, right? And then you need to really mindful at the time. But if you couldn't do that, the first step, you stay out from it. So this two is not contradictory, right? But still you can use as method from like afar. So, okay, that's did wrong, but it's as my teacher. So, teaching me, that's you can think it. So, but here, stay out from them is always refers to the beginner practitioner who are not strong enough to reducing your own mental reflections. Those are, yeah. So they're always beginner. So who are getting more confidence and more stronger, which is not affected to you, then it's fine, right? So that's just the talking here. So and especially when we refer here, say the separating you from actually, separating you from liberation's lifelines. It means taking your life or taking your path of liberations or disturbing, which I briefly mentions that they have a both external and internal, and the both are interdependent. And additionally, says here the three things to not let you engage the path for liberations, not engage the practice of the path for liberations. So the first things is self-grasping. Second things is like a immoral or like a what we call the wrong moral ethics, right? And third things is doubt. So the self-grasping not let you encourage you to move forwarding or never let you to engage that liberation, right? So because we don't have enough brave to let it go myself, let it go to myself. So we cannot, because we have a very scared or fearful to losing self. Until you do have that, then you never try to practice for liberations. It's not let you because you're scared of losing yourself, right? And second, the immoral or wrong path, like wrong instructions, that led you the wrong path. When you go to the wrong path, then the wrong directions will not lead you to achieve the path, right? Or not liberations. And doubt, you start. So you don't know how to begin it. You don't know which things I have to engage it. So these three is actual, in general, all the mental reflections, yes, but individually, these three is directly cutting you from engage the liberation path, right? So is this clear for you? Okay. Yeah. Therefore, saying the butcher is your negative friends. Okay. So now next, the rope that band you to the theater of substantial things and their sign is a negative friend. Substantial things and their sign. How come substantial things and their signs are negative friends? Actually, what you're talking is in Tibetan say maybe it's translated as a substantial. Seme means translated as a sign. It's again is translated literally the word by word, but the meaning is not the substantial and sign. The meaning is ignorance or self-grasping here, right? The meaning is self-grasping. So because many times we give the name, different term of self-grasping is, we say tenzin. Tenzin means grasping the sign. Or Samsung was ngoburmawa. It's a grasping to substantially means like a rail. That's you grasping on rail. So that's different terms of the ignorance, right? So which is, we say, perceiving everything inherent in existence. That's the ignorance here.
Truly existent, they use it a lot in English language.
Truly existence, yeah, perceiving.
Existent, phenomena.
Yes. So truly existence, that we give different terms of that substance and sign, right? But literally mean, actually the meaning is here said, perceiving everything is truly existence. So this is here saying the negative friends. This is only inner negative friends, not the they are nothing to do with the external negative friends. So your own self-grasping, right? Your own that comprehending truly existence, the ignorance that's comprehending truly existence. So this is the root of every single suffering, and therefore it refers to the root of samsara, and is also directly obscure to achieve enlightenment too, right? So therefore, that's definitely is negative friends, and which I mentioned earlier. Until you have this, perceiving everything as truly existence, comprehending as truly existence, then you must be seeing yourself as a truly existence, right? Until then, you comprehend it or yourself as a truly existence, then you really don't want to lose it. You always hold it. And then all right. So until you hold that, then it's keep obscure to you have all this the good path and good virtues to which can lead you the better happiness, right? So that's just the saying here, there are negative friends. So everything lead it from there. The comprehending self is truly existence. So that let you increase all these mental afflictions. It's let you increase your anger. It let you increase your attachment in order to protecting yourself, because it's truly existent. Then we're protecting it. So in order to protecting, we show anger to protect ourselves. And then we have attachment to bringing wish fulfilled to self. And then jealousy that makes yourself is better, and so on, so on. Every mental afflictions, they do different action to make self better and confidence. That's we think it. Actually, it's makes self worse, right? So that's we do not realize it, that we do not know until we learn, right? Is therefore once we learn and then we take time for examining it, it's true or not, then somehow we see it's like a wrong, because it's lead everything as like a more toward negative or suffering instead of protecting or making better or happiness, right? It goes more opposite directions, which we wish to have it. So therefore we call it the root, because it's source, all the suffering or cause of suffering comes from there. This is how connected, right? So, and then regarding Buddhism, directly cause of suffering is karma, but still it's leaded from the self-grasping, because self-grasping to let you protect yourself, and then its angers comes, and when you take actions to protect yourself, with the anger. That action is negative actions, right? It's then it's a bad deeds and bad karmas, right? That you accumulated. So that karmas brings you the suffering, right? So this is how connected from root to all these different branches up to the result. Therefore, it says the substantial things, and their sign means that negative. This is definitely negative fruit, and it's rooted negative friends. So, and then the Atisha mentioned, okay, these are negative friends. These are should you abandon it, right? So, okay. So then let me read the next one. He who separate you, the diligent from morality, that morality degenerate one is your negative friends. I think, look at the Tibetan words. Actually, do you understand that English? He who separate you, the diligent from morality. That morality degenerate one is your negative friends. Degenerating. It's kind of like a mix two things, the separating from diligent of morality and then degenerating. So sometimes we say sultum chelwa in Tibetan. Sultum chelwa is faulty ethics or faulty morality, right? So or breaking your vows. That's also sultum chelwa. So what is here really mentioned is that negative friends could be reversed with the other and self, both. So who are the keep breaking their vows, and then who not interesting to follow the morality ethics, who just freely doing everything. That could be negative friends for us. To who really wants to be engaged in the moral practice perfects. That's just the one enemy which keep disturb you, right? Your inner enemy of this regarding here is you are not valuing the vows. You are not seeing the value of moral ethics. So and then you careless about that. This is your inner obstacle. And again, it could be the one of the mental afflictions leading you this careless, right? Not having that conscientiousness for keeping that due practice better, right? So that careless could be leaded from your laziness, was one of the mental afflictions. That careless can be the lead from your ignorance, right? Or that careless could be lead from your attachment. Attachment is so dangerous. So everyone's saying attachment is blunt. Really, we see that attachment is blunt, right? Once you have a strong attachment, you just do what you shouldn't do it, right? So once you have strong attachment, there are no father, no mother, no brother, no sister, no friends, right? Nothing there. So only what you have a desire is there. So therefore we call it the blunt. You're not seeing everything which is kind to you or that who's supporting to you, right? So there are no supporter. Once a strong attachment comes, there are no supporter. You do not see that, and you ignore those things. You ignore your best friend and so on and so on. So yeah, this is the really the very worst inner enemy who always lead you to immorals, right? So that is the negative friends, very worst negative friends. I can say the ignorance is still there, but directly who's very worse and harmful is attachment. Attachment is more harmful than anger. So having the immorals, right? So because the anger is at the moment you might break your vows, but not that take long time to get regret on it, right? But the attachment, once you lead it immoral, it brings you forever, because not really sees harmful there, and then your desire is too strong, and then you're just pulling it from the moral ethics. So therefore, I'm mentioning here that the attachment is the worst enemy for leading you continues the moral ethics. So it's a worst negative friends here regarding. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay. And then next say, he who bring the sublime down to the ordinary, that arrogant one is your negative friends. Again, could be both external and internal, that your friends or someone else who you're always connecting, who do have a really strong arrogance, who's like keep blaming to all these the good persons, gentle persons, right, or kind persons, or like or just telling you all this negative from negative of those persons, changing your minds. That could be the negative, so therefore best good things is stay away from them. And then what I remember is 3 days ago, one of my friends from New York, they got some kind of the political issue conflict. So he's young, and he asking me some advice. Looks like what he don't hear from my answer. So then I give some advice, like unbiasedly. It's like what it is, right? So then he stopped to contact me. That I sees here, say, right? You stop the negative friends who telling you bad things. So so that's I see. I remember, oh yeah, maybe they took as a negative. I wish or I hope they come to me and more further discussions on it. Why you say that? What your reason for that? So that's my wish and hope. So because they see what I talk, they do not see what the behind there. So same like what I talked last time. Every time I was pointing one guy to here, to giving you example. Anyhow, because I'm bringing those example, it is happening. It's practical, right? So it's a real life. So the real life's example is good for us. So anyhow, anything, this example, actually, you can take it like finding out actually the good reason. Someone will say something, okay, that person is not good. And what you really means, what you have a proof. And it's just you saying that because you hear from others, they're not good reasons. This just saying that just you see it also is not good reason, right? So you can see your different visions, even they're not negative person, you might see it's negative person based on your perspective. So not value it. So therefore, we are, as well as Lamrim said, shouldn't rely on your own perspective, right? Because your own perspective could be the wrong. Tibetan words are rangi nangola nyeba mewa. It's not reliable or not certain to confirming it is negative, right? Or same other hand, not certain to confirm it is positive, or because it's just your vision. So therefore, if the answer is reason is your vision, that not a good reason, and the reason is I hear from someone else, is also not good reason. Reason is I hear from news is also not good reason, right? So then what is good reason to decide it is negative or it is positive, right? Then your examination or your investigate further will lead you to find the exactly point what it is, right? So, so it's just my vision, or everyone sees that. That's one way you can examine it. Or it's just someone saying it had they say it by their own jealousy, or they're saying truth. That's what we have to find it out. So anyhow, so further your own analytical thoughts or your own analyzing mind or wisdom is the fundamental of take decisions of your own life, right? So therefore, that's usually we said, even I'm saying here, everything you taking decision in your life, you base on your wisdom. That's what I'm saying. But of course, we don't have any time mindfuls. So emotionally, we take decisions, many decisions, include myself, right? Even I'm saying we need the wisdom, but yeah, it's difficult to get there if you don't have a mindfulness. If you are mindful, say, okay, I'm deciding by emotion or I'm deciding on wisdom, with the wisdom. So that's takes your time, and then taking decision with the wisdom, then is some kind of reliable, much better than emotion actually. So so this is how we goes, and therefore whatever we say, negative or positive, that go with it. So now here we're talking about the people who have a strong arrogance, and then who have a strong arrogance. What problem is the first things they will not investigate, right? Because they don't want to do that. That's one possibility. And then they don't want to listen from others because of ego, right? So, and then because of egos, whatever they take decision, it should be right. So then whatever taking decision, it could be wrong because it comes from ego. Whether it's right or not right, because of ego, it's right. And it could be for you not wrong and not right, right? It could be wrong. So, and not listening to others, not investigating for others, those not really help. And then whatever saying people from who have a strong ego, that you shouldn't accept immediately, or you one time, two time, three time, if you see more fail and more fault, and the good things stay out from it or not listening. So this is this taking safe yourself to making better practitioner, right? To come back to them to help, right? So that is one thing we can do it. And of course, the friends, negative friends here, ego is your own one, is the worst one. So again, it's interdependent. You have your own egos that to connect it. So when I say connected, I remember one things. Also, many textbooks said that who are like the connecting each other, who liking each other. It has to be kind of like the same common things, right? So therefore they like each other because they're common things there. What are common things is mentioned in text. People who have more egos is more connected with who have more egos. People who are more ignorance is connected with the ignorance person. People who are wise, intelligence, they are connected with the intelligence. People who have more desire, they are connected with the people who desire. That is the common things. Desire to desire, ignorant to ignorance, pride to pride, So this is the generally a majority how we connected each other. That's the majority that how we liking each other. Because same vision, same perspective, my desire, your desire, same perspective. I like you, right? That's how we go. So,
That's interesting what you just said, because at first that doesn't seem so common to me. So in my experience, people with strong egos tend to be attracted to people with lesser egos, because people with strong egos always clash. They're always my ego, your ego. It's easier for someone with a stronger ego, to surround themselves with people who are more deferential, who have a smaller ego. Yes, you're right. Oh, okay. Yes, you're wonderful. And the other thing you said also, you said egos and strong desire. So people who have strong desire will also clash with people who have strong desire. They'll fight over the same resources. I want this. No, I want this. But it's easier for someone with strong desire to be with people who are generous.
Okay.
Right? How do you?
So I can more elaborate this. So what I mean ego is, let's say, I'm taking one example here to leadership. One leader has an ego, right? Strong ego. And that ego, the reacted as my country is best. My town is best. Then who people have an ego same way. Yes, you are right. I'm follow you. We are same. We are same, right? Not the ego to ego. What reacting ego to ego, So we will like more what their reactions of ego from ego, because similar.
You share.
You share, right? And then same that desire. We are more liking that what you brings, what your aims, what your vision with the desire. That my desires the same things. Our vision is same.
We all want.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
So that's kind of, therefore we like desire to desire.
The ignorance one is also scary, but you can see it out there in the world that ignorance attracts ignorance. I mean, that's just not a comforting thought, but it's very obvious.
This clearly sees is the who have more doors, they do not like the intelligence. Totally different thoughts, totally different talks, and what they talks they don't hate, what they talk they don't hate, right? So that ego, like ignorance, dull faculties, and intelligence, we see it many times, right? So where do they talk, where do they think is not match? So therefore not match, therefore not like each other. Oh yeah, they talk always knowledge things. I don't like to go there. So let's go party.
Have compassion for those people that are stuck.
That's of course. That's no question. That's not question.
People that talk a lot, that might have intelligence, but are, that find these people with ignorance, but all they want to do is talk about them and put them down, and I have to distance myself because I don't want to join in that conversation. And all of a sudden I find myself, because of how I used to be, it was being oh yeah, those people are crazy, whatever. And it's no, that's not what I'm,
I got you. Yeah.
Thing, so
Everyone
can't
always.
join in with that.
Yeah, you're right now talking more the emotion, right? Which is true actually, which is right things, right? So, but here we are more talking the knowledge way, say who intelligence, who dull figures not matching each other, don't like each other. It's more like a part of learning. But go back to emotion compassion, of course, who do have a compassion, they must be held by compassion. Okay, whatever you see the wrong, just do that. Yeah. So yeah, that's we do like in our monastery. And the one class, some are very intelligent, some are not intelligent. It's helping each other instead of blaming. So, but of course, there's someone there who have a strong ego, don't want to help. So let's say, I will not let you know because what I knows, I have to be first. I have to the like a higher angle, right? So I'm not teaching you. That kind of person everywhere, even community, monks, classmate, everywhere there. But the majority in as we are studying more Dharma in a monastery, it's when we see the more dulls or more difficult to understand, class friends helping them to, therefore we call Dharma friends. All the classmates we call Dharma friends. So, and then very respecting each other in general, right? So whatever, yeah, that we should hold by compassion. That's no question. But it's in real life, we happening this, right? So intelligent to intelligent, dull faculty to dull faculty, and also depend on what interesting. And sport to sport, people like it, right? Music to music, and then just hanging around, just party to party, all this connecting because there are major common things there, right? So they're who's sporty, their desire is different, the sport. Who are musicians, their desire is different, and then they exactly match to musician and like a sport to sport. So therefore this is the general majority how we connect to each other. So therefore you can look back yourself. When I connect to someone, what is reason there? Is there some reason connecting because we're same common things, what they like, I like it? Or I'm liking with the compassion or be kindness? So if you like them by the kindness or compassion, you shouldn't have a commentings, right? So the compassion is not commentings for each others, right? Compassion has to be developed, then bringing some kind of attitude from there. It could be the totally different than others. So shouldn't match and shouldn't comments. If there's you found some common things, then you're matching with them because they do exactly what you like it, right? So, but it's not necessary to write. Therefore, it could be the negative friend, which you have to stay out from them, even you match it, right? Yeah.
Is the connection kind of become attachment?
The attachment makes you connection, right? That's you saying when it makes it.
Yeah, well, because I think it would just.
Geshe, what was the question? It's hard to hear some of the folks. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, when I'm just wondering about like because we're talking about attachments, and then connecting with people, and then but connecting with people also can then become an attachment. So I'm just kind of curious, like what what point is that? Is that more like attachment?
Yeah, point could be that your relative. The term there, point could be that someone attractive. There are many reasons, right? Most of us connecting or like having desire because attractive, beautiful, right? So, and then sometimes we like it because we have a term, mine, my sister, my brother, my father, my mother's, right? That's desire is connected because of the terms. Yeah.
So now, this connection, it doesn't always have to be negative, right? Because
It's not necessarily negative.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not necessarily negative. Yeah. So yeah, of course, the relation between the parents and children's desire is every single time is there. The attachment is every single time there, right? So that connection is good. But which is not good is over connecting, right? Over love. So because of desire will makes you limitless. On the other hand, compassion too, but at the beginning part, compassion has some kind of limited to like and love. But when you exactly achieve, it's a limitless but different feeling, totally different feeling, which is the desire, like the aspirations or liking comes from desire or attachment, that liking comes from compassion. Is the feeling is totally different, because the totally feeling different, the movement and result will be the different, because it comes from, when this connected or liking comes from compassion, when you lose it, you will not that much sad, you will not that much worry, right? So the connecting from desire or attachment, that it's you like it someone, that when you lose it, you will be so suffering. So this is the difference, right? Yeah. So it's okay to repeating. I make one quote when I talk to the Western student, compassion between compassion and love. I mean, like compassion and attachment. So the attachment, hold it strongly, and compassion, hold it gently. Because attachment, hold it strongly because you don't want to lose it. Compassion, hold it gently because you know they are suffering, right? If you hold it strongly, it could be killed. If you hold it gentle, it's safe. This is the difference between it. So how connected to others, right? Yeah. Okay. So therefore, arrogance is also one of the negative friends, which is always disrupt you to the external internals, right? Okay, let me finish the last one. Oh, this took quite time then. He who presumes to measure the immeasurable, that presumptuous measure is your negative friends. I think it takes time. Okay, we're going to stop here. So, so any question? Do you have it, or suggestion, or some kind of discussion? So is it online? Do you have it?
Geshe,
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering, because your real life examples are really wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it contextualizes everything for us. So I was just wondering if you could just talk to us a little bit more about how we make decisions and how we analyze things with wisdom versus emotion. Thank you.
It's talk difficult to general, right? If you have some kind of individual that you need to take decision, then we can go with it. So maybe you can call me when you have a take decision, then I can see what give you some kind of wisdom there.
Okay, thanks very much.
So in general, I might say investigate. That's not enough for you guys, right? That's not enough. So therefore, some kind of individually take decision. If we go more talking in that way, so there might be, you can learn from it.
It's difficult because we know that we're learning. And so even when we investigate and we think that we've come to an objective decision based on wisdom, we know that it's still very likely that we're wrong, that that we're still giving into emotion, seeds of emotion. So it's
emotion connected there.
Yeah.
We feel I decided by wisdom, but still emotion connected there, we not realize it.
Exactly. Exactly. because our understanding is so rudimentary, you know, so basic. So that's exactly the point.
So therefore, we always need to take time. This is the best thing to do it. If you not to hurry, not to rush to take decision. Even so urgent, I don't know. The urgent someone taking life, then I don't know. But sometimes we feel it's urgent, but not really urgent. So sometimes we feel I have to finish right now. But if you couldn't do that, but still you see time for tomorrow to do that. But at the moment, that feeling, I have to finish right now, right? It's very like a inconvenience or like a disturbing mind there. So, but if you relax and think, you do have a time. So as we do have a time, we take a time to think. This is always good. Now, sometime if we have to do like some kind of big project, big decision, always you should take a time to not you don't have to every time you have think on it, just forget it, right? And then few months later, you can see here, you can see there, and you can hear from others. And time by time you learn, time by time learn. Then final decision will be the good. So big project, sometimes it takes long time to take decisions. Similarly, in our individual life, something we need to take decisions. The time, taking time is the good things. Go back to sleep and wake up and think it again. It could be the different than at the moment what thoughts comes in the moment, which is strong emotion associated with it. So if you take a think back in tomorrow, maybe that less emotion might be there. So it will be see better and then take decision better. Okay.
Thank you, Geshe.
Yeah. Any other question?
I have a question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. When you were speaking about attachment earlier, this made me kind of think to some conversations I've been having with friends lately in regards to just aging and getting older. And it made me think about attachment to youth. And I'm just wondering, in meditation this week, maybe do you have any way to sort of analyze that or guidance for us to like analyze that in a productive way of the attachment to like youth, because some my friends and I at times have problems or are challenged by just getting older, which everybody has to do.
So the first things I can say, definitely we should more forgive to senior people because of their condition. That's number one step, the first step. Now, based on that, how I can reduce their attachment, right? So how I can say, okay, one example, here, DNKL, our students, some might be very strong attached to me at the very beginning. I see it, oh, when you're going, don't leave, So maybe I do not see that much strong attached same today. But time by time, like how I ignore them, how I like react to them. So that way their attachment is reduced, right? So therefore, that again, it's difficult to say do this, but need a skillful way to try to do attachment, reduce their attachment without any harming them, right? So some small points, some things that's not important, you can ignoring it, right? So you can ignore it. It's not just you're tired. You shouldn't do from you're tired. You shouldn't do from the annoying to you. So then you are not really helping to that sinner. You are helping yourself because it's annoyed to you because you're tired, right? But you really wants to help them without any hesitate. You can ignore some points to time by time, not constantly. They're too much harms then. Like a one time ignore and few times then do same things and then again do it. So that might be help them to reduce their attachment. And then, of course, the senior people.
I think that he's talking about like, she's getting like older as a person and her friends are getting older as people. And they look back on like things that they could have done when they were younger that they're no longer able to do because their body is older.
I see.
They're having like nostalgic memories of, when I was young, I used to be able to pick this up or run to there, and now my body hurts, and now I long for that like feeling of, being able to be more healthy and like, stuff like
It's
that.
kind of like feel guilty or regret.
Not feel guilty, but it's like you see that your body is deteriorating,
Mhm.
and you think, oh, I wish that my body was young and strong again, or something like this.
Wow, which is not happening, right?
Is that correct?
Mhm.
Is
Yeah.
that correct?
Right.
Am I interpreting that right?
Yeah, thanks, Chappelle. You kind of explained it better than I
Oh,
did.
okay.
Yeah, I realized I didn't, explain it exactly well. Yeah, so like an attachment to your younger self, like your youth, and yeah, like because we're getting older. Yeah.
I see. Then I'm giving wrong answer.
Geshe-la,
So, okay,
Yes.
huh?
may I say something?
Yeah, please.
I'm not sure who's asking the question, but I'm a senior now. And I think I turned the corner somewhere between the practice and attachment, which was extraordinarily helpful, and trying to embrace the idea of emptiness. But also just embracing my decrepitude. So in other words, like, rather than mourn over the things that I can no longer do, I can't jump horses, or I can't, there's a lot of exciting things I can't surf. There's a lot of stuff I can't do anymore. But just absolutely appreciating the things that I can do. I can still pitter-patter around in the garden. And we have things like clean, potable water, which so many people do not have. And so just like really celebrating the sublime things that we do have around us in our everyday life, even though we're older. And I just wanted to share that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to share that you appreciate that what you have it. So, it's if you like talking more with like the Buddhism Dharma terms, then you do not lose anything, because the Dharma means not this life, right? It's a future life. For future life, you don't need the body strength. You need a mind strength to do anything practice. That which you have it. And then, but forgettable is, I don't see it's a big deal that say I'm senior because people forgettable, but still you do have that kind of practice and learning things prefer for future life, makes this life better or meaningful life. So that's definitely, you still have a lot of good qualities to do that. But if you think only this lifetime, then again, if the happiest life and peaceful life is this lifetime. So whatever we couldn't do in a young time, we shouldn't regret, because there are so many things we couldn't do it, right? Because we couldn't do it. Not only that, we not spend time. We couldn't do it because only we have 2 hands, 2 eyes. That's it. How much we catch it. So that we can catch it. We cannot compare with other, right? Shouldn't compare with other. Or someone did that much long, someone get great, I didn't do it. It's comparing. So comparing is not worked. And first thing, you shouldn't compare with any other things. And then based on that, so try to be happy every moment. So this is the essence of life. You still have a make quality or strength for make your essence of life perfectly. Our essence of life is not that like a building it. Our essence of not that like a lifting like a big things or making a lot of money. This is not our essence of life. Our essence of life is happiness, as His Holiness and everyone said it. I agree, 100% agree. So as our essence of life is happiness, then we do have, or every single seniors do have that potential to continuous have that happiness. So, but you need some kind of method and skill to continue. So we not lose anything. We do not lose anything. Yeah.
I was thinking of one thing that I read about, there was a German poet who used to like to go for walks in nature. And he had some kind of disease, and he always looked at himself as sort of like, flawed because he had that disease, and always looked at himself as like, there's something wrong with me, because like, I have this problem. And so he was going for a walk in nature, and he sees this tree blooming with flowers, and he thinks, oh, they look so beautiful. When we go take a closer look at them, and then he went to go look at the flowers, and he noticed that he couldn't find a single flower on that tree that didn't have something wrong with it. The flowers had some kind of petal that was torn off, or the flowers were kind of wilted, or the flowers were discolored, or something like that. He couldn't find this ideal flower that he had in his head when he first saw that tree. And it sort of made him realize that, because he's a human, and I guess in Buddhist terms, because he's ultimately just conditioned, his existence is conditioned, that there is no way for him to be the sort of perfect ideal body that's free from sickness that he thinks that he's supposed to be, because that's just not the nature of the body. The nature of the body isn't, it's susceptible to that kind of stuff. So and sort of made him, sort of realize and like be appreciative of that state that he was in, and not just, look at himself as a big something that's wrong with him.
Yeah. You want to say something?
It's just a little, if the essence of life is happiness, how is the first noble truth, all life is suffering?
All life is suffering, we did not make it. It's happening. But we can make it happiness somehow, right? But it's still deep level of thing, it's suffering, which is talking about pervasive suffering, which is not painful, which do not have a feeling, right? So that every life is suffering means not that every life it's painful. We know I'm not painful right now, both mentally and physically, right? So, but we look at the deep level suffering. Yes, I'm suffering now because I have a pervasive suffering. I'm ready for have suffering. I have always holding that cause and condition of having suffering. So that's the talking, right? It's not the painful life. So, and then, yes, true. One of my friend Geshe, we joined to Tantric monastery, and after that, he became a disciplinary master of the Tantric monastery. And then he told me the story when he memorized the Tantric texts to in order to study more. Then he said, I cried a lot. Then I asked, why you cried it? Because when I was in the monastery, I did not study that much. Then now I'm seeing so many things I don't know. Therefore I cried. But exactly same happening with me. I never cried. Because I always share you guys. I study very late. When I was young, no studying. It's very naughty boy. Never studied. If I have to go class, I have to go debate ground. That's no choice. It's rule. But I'm going there for talking. I'm going there like being like hanging with my friends. And I'm going to join to class for sleeping. Right? I'm not really studying it. It's been like quite long actually. I began with my study almost I nearly become a Geshe. That much I waste time. Then I'm thinking, I should have a regret. Number one, I shouldn't have a regret because I cover it where I didn't learn it, right? Sometime I see some point I'm better, who is continuously study with the young heart or young time, work very hard, but compare me, at some point I'm good, and I covered a lot of things why I should regret. And then another things, when I was young, it's young. The mind is young, wisdom is young, everything's young, it's child. The child catch up that much, why I should regret, right? So it's a child mind, did like child things. So, and then what enjoy is enjoy, I'm happy. So whether it's like a wasting time or not wasting time, I enjoy it, right? Because without study, which I don't like to study, and the philosophy is very difficult for me at the time, right? So then I just being enjoying, hanging around, then watching movie, and then going continuous to outside, so hiddenly without knowing by teacher and some others. But this is enjoyed. I never regret it. And this is one point, because the child time that did child actions, and then what enjoy, I happy, not regret. And another reason is I'm not regret because I cover a lot of things where I not study the young time. So then why I have to regret? I never cry when I think back. I always enjoy. Oh yeah, that moment is so pleasures. That moment is so good, right? So right now, that moment is every time with a book, and not every single time. Most of the time with a book. That's my another enjoyment, right? So therefore, child is child, adult is adult. Time is different. Therefore, your perspective, wisdom, everything is different. Shouldn't regret on it. Not feel guilty. So what you have it, you could do it. Do it. If you after you understand you do not do it, that brings you huge regret in the future. But when we're young, we don't know. Therefore, we do not have a regret. Now, if I did something like a huge wrong and mistake, like did exactly same I did young time, I might have a regret when I close to get sinner or dying. I might have a regret because even I knows I waste, right? So if you know, then not waste the time, do your best. So that's how we have to go. This is the life forward. We cannot catch up everything. Don't expect it. Do not expect it, right? Oh, so that's it. Okay, so then from this line, then we're going to cover next class. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Yeah.
Thank you, Geshe. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Big digit.